What's going on, guys? This is Trice here with SportStop.com, and today I am showing you how to tie the wrapped anchor knot, also known as the love knot, and I'm sure it's got 100 other names too. You guys can let me know down in the comments below, but let's check out how to actually tie this thing. Alright guys, so this one is a little bit more detail oriented. This is the love knot, or also known as the wrapped anchor knot. You can take a pick on what you want to call it, but this is how you tie it up. So you're going to take your string. As you can see, I've already got my channel kind of pulled down. This is just for demo purposes, but what I want to do is I'm going to take my tip string and I'm going to come in from the outside of the plastic. You're pretty much tying your standard anchor knot, right? So you're here, coming up through the mesh. You see this little bit of a loop here. This is going to come down, so I'll leave this loose just so you can see. So I'm in through the outside of the plastic, up through the mesh, and then back through. And what I want to do is I'm going to pull this nice and tight, like so, right? And then I want to come back up through that very same mesh hole, okay? And then again, I'm going to come in through the outside of the plastic, up through my next mesh hole, and then down through that loop. Again, pull that nice and tight. Now, one thing you want to keep very close attention to when you're doing this love knot or wrapped anchor knot, however you want to call it, see how this mesh is laying flat here? And I have it to where if I pulled it against it, the outside of the mesh is against the inside of that knot. That's what I want. I want to be able to keep that nice and clean so that when I come back up through that very same mesh hole again, I can manipulate it to where it lays kind of pretty, if you will, against the head. One more time, in from the outside of the plastic, pulling out the slack. I'm going to come up through that mesh hole and down through that loop. Again, you're just tying an anchor knot, right? Just tying a knot. And then when you pull this tight, the trick to this knot is coming back up through that very same mesh hole, just like so. And that gives you your wrapped anchor knot or love knot. I've heard it called both ways, but that's it right there, guys. Really nice and simple. Well, maybe not so simple, but it is really nice and pretty. And it gives you, especially if you use contrasting colors between the mesh and the string, gives you this kind of like barber pole look, if you will, the way it spirals around. Really nice and pretty and effective too. So that's it, wrapped anchor knot and or love knot. All right guys, so that is it. That is the wrapped anchor knot, also known as the love knot. There's probably 100 other names like I mentioned earlier, but that's it. That's how you tie it. It's nothing too crazy. There's a few key parts that you want to keep a close eye on as you're tying that knot. But other than that, it does function very well, and it actually looks pretty snazzy when it's all done, especially if you run it all the way down the sidewall. It's actually a really cool knot to look at, and it can throw some people for the loop if they don't know what they're doing when they're looking at it. So it's really nice. I prefer this knot a lot. It does do very well for me. But if you guys like the video, hit the thumbs up button. Also, you can hit the subscribe tab. That's also fantastic. And there's a recommended video floating up beside me that you should probably check out. But as always, guys, thanks for watching and have a great day.